Hi, I'm Dennis Cometti. It's time to play Sunday afternoon football. Great to be back in Adelaide, a world leader in the number of people around whom you shouldn't make a sudden move. Today's game from Adelaide Oval. Matthew Richardson is my comrade in the box for this match. Welcome, Richo.
How are you, Den? Today should be a good match.
Contending today's match is the home team. The Eagles running on. Here we go. It's the home team versus the Eagles. Nat Nui hands the ball straight to his opponent. What was he thinking? He receives the handball. The loose ball scooped up. Hearn collects it. And now we'll have a ball up. Nat Nui got the hit out. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. He had perfect control over the ball right up until the minute he kicked it. He'll be disappointed with that effort. The defence are doing a decent job of making kicking out difficult, so I'd suggest he takes his time and just looks for the right option. Hearn kicks it a long way. Strong mark. Jams it on the boot now. Zorko marks on the run. Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Gray takes the mark uncontested.
Gray is one of the most astute decision makers in the game. Footy is becoming more and more a thinking game, and you can't be out there purely on physical ability. He's a great asset to his club. Betts wants to play on.
It's a ball up. Punched by Nat Nui. Riewoldt unloads one towards goal. The home team by 2 points. He'll be disappointed with that effort. He's looking for options now. His mistake costs him a possession. Approaching the goals now. He's having a ball, if you'll excuse the pun. Betts gets the ball rolling with the first goal of the game. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Nat Nui nicely outclassing McAvoy. Crouch is able to squeeze a kick through the pack. Wins the hard ball. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. The kick just clears the line for a goal. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Nat Nui nicely outclassing McAvoy. Jams it on the boot. A chance for both teams to set up as the ball crosses the line. It's a good throw-in. Huge leap. The Rass bumped. Keeps it close to the ground. Out of bounds it goes. Looks like we'll have a throw-in. The ball is in the air.
Nat Nui can really set the tone of the game with his ruck work. He just always gives his team first use of the ball. O'Meara gains the loose ball. O'Meara kicks for goal. He gets the behind.
It's not the score he was looking for.
Hearn obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else. He kicks to play on. Redden passes it. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. He claims the ball. Riewoldt lining up with the goals. Shuey gets him for holding the ball.
And that torp has gone supernova. A solid mark from Burgoyne.
Crouch didn't waste the opportunity. Barras with the mark. Puts boot to ball. Good mark. Shuey looking for distance. Archie with good strong hands.
Probing kick inside the 50. The ball goes over the line. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Tapped by Nat Nui. Goes up the line. Nice mark under pressure. Vardy feeds it wide. Crouch, the better man there, puts boot to ball. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Kicks it. Marks. Nat Nui, urged on by the crowd, prepares to kick. 45 metres out. A pretty safe bet from this position. That was a poor kick, wasn't it, Richo?
Didn't look like he made any effort then.
Disappointing kick there. The defence are doing a decent job of making kicking out difficult, so I'd suggest he takes his time and just looks for the right option.
McAvoy, he's not the biggest threat on the field, but he can make his opponent accountable, and he requires a watchful eye at times. He grabs it. He boots it. Cochin spills it. Schofield gets the interception on the bounce. Gets a handball to the running man.
Here we go again, quarter number 2.
Just keep going. Everybody gets better if they keep at it.
Claimed by Nat Nui. Zorko controls. Probing kick inside the 50. Dixon gets the upper hand. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 25 metres out. The home team by 15 points. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Great mark. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Great got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The Rass puts it on the boot. Pal Pepper was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. Surely that wasn't the plan, Richo.
That's just a waste of a kick there.
Dixon wants to play on. As Darren Hinch would say, shame, shame, shame. The home team in front. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hearn has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. He knocks it down. He taps the ball. The loose ball is collected. Cochin misses the ball. Zorko puts his boot on it.
I haven't seen him for a while, Richo.
Dennis, he just seems to be continually choosing the wrong option.
It's not the score he was looking for. Betts getting into position for the kick. He's elected to play on. Shanks that one. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Hearn assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. A chance for both teams to set up as the ball crosses the line. The ball is returned to play. Nat Nui gets onto the ball. He runs into the goal. Great shoots it. It's in the air. The home team by 4 goals.
Gray is a very intelligent guy. He always seems to make the right decisions no matter what's happening on field around him.
Kicks to the attacking 50. Out of bounds, dangerous spot near the goal. Umpire calls for a boundary throw. All eyes on the ball as the ruckmen battle it out. Nat Nui got a fist on it, going for goal number 1. Perfect kick. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Nat Nui taps it, takes control of the bouncing ball. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. Nat Nui decisively. McAvoy throws it, clear as day. Kick by Duggan. Perfect timing from Archie.
Archie is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. He boots it. Crouch misses the ball. Nat Nui intercepted that well. Lacroix is on the ground. That looked like a glancing blow from here, but he's taking his time to get back up. Oh, he'll have to go to the bench for now.
Casanova would have been jealous of that pickup. A chance to add one more to his tally. He gathers the loose ball. The home team with the ascendancy over the Eagles, leading the match 32-1. Gets boot to leather. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Jenkins going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. 45 metres out. 25 metres out. Dixon plays on. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by Hearn. Dixon manages to sneak it through. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Nat Nui decisively. Bounces favourably for Eo. Gets the kick off as he's taken down by Barras. Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Powell Pepper. We'll hear about that kick later. Bad kick, resulting in a free to West Coast. Hutchings drilling the pressure, gets the quick kick away. He decides to play on. A chance to add one more to his tally. The home team leads by 38. I would have expected him to nail that. Takes the mark all by himself. Sicily getting into position for the kick. 45 metres out. Gets the behind. The home team leads by 39. Disappointing kick there. He plays on now. Betts going for number 2. He had perfect control over the ball right up until the minute he kicked it. Disappointing kick there. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge. Well, it's half time. What have you got to say, Richo?
West Coast just struggling at the moment to get anything right.
The players have been down to the rooms now and they would have had some treatment, a talk from the coach, and should be ready for another half of football. I know we are.
It will be interesting to see what changes, if any, the coaches make for the second half of the match.
Off the ground. O'Mara picks it up. Send the top in, big fella. Gets it away in the nick of time. Sicily just manages to sink it. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. All is in readiness. One down by Nat Nui. And that top has gone supernova. Gray wins the marking contest.
Gray wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. Missed them all.
Bad kick, resulting in a free to West Coast. Puts boot to ball. Perfect timing from Lynch. He decides to play on. Shot at goal by Lynch. The home team leads by 47. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hearn can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Nat Nui knocks it down the field. Gets a handball away. Interception. Here's a long kick. Takes that one strongly. He gives it a punishing kick. The ball heads out of bounds. All eyes on the ball as the ruckmen battle it out. Palms it down nicely. He's got the football now. Gray chucks the ball away. The ball is hammered towards goal by Gray. He's missed it. The home team manages to rack up another behind. The home team by 9 goals. It's not the score he was looking for. Good mark by Lynch. Played on. Lynch drives the ball towards goal. Lynch slots the goal. A second goal in the bag. And that puts them further in front.
Lynch is a very intelligent guy. He always seems to make the right decisions no matter what's happening on field around him.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Nat Nui punches it. Crouch picks up the bouncing ball. He takes an uncontested mark.
Gray doesn't even break stride when gathering the loose ball, just clean hands. Puts boot to ball. A great mark under pressure. He plays it on. It takes courage to throw yourself at the ball like that. Dixon gets a point.
The home team starting to exert some dominance over West Coast with the lead of 62-1. Disappointing kick there. Betts collects it. Dixon sticks out his hands and collects the ball. He's running hot, Richard.
He's been outstanding all match, Dan.
Yet another possession. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Tapped by that Nui. Takes possession. Nice torpedo, O'Mara. Nicely intercepted by Lynch. What happened there? Behind starting to add up for the home team. Disappointing kick there.
Hearn is a pretty decent kick of the footy, but you can always be better. Jenkins waits. The Eagles gets the free kick as it goes out of bounds on the full. Puts boot to ball. He grabs it. Hutchings kicks the ball. Vardy drops the ball. He gathers up the intercepted ball. Rewalt goes for home. Hits nothing with that one.
Out on the full. Free kick to the Eagles. Kicks it. A great effort. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Bounces favourably for Dixon. That ball is becoming a yo-yo for him. It keeps coming back. The home team lead the Eagles by 69. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hearn's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster.
He scores, he scores, he scores. What an absolute classic. Hit by Lysette. He controls the bouncing ball. Here's a long kick. The spilled ball is collected. He's running hot, Richard.
I can't believe it, Dennis. He just keeps surprising us up here in the commentary box.
Only a behind. Goals are like hen's teeth here for the home team. The home team by 76. Disappointing kick there. There could be a short option here. He decides to play on. Hearn kicks hard along the boundary line. Rewalt intercepts the bouncing ball. He must have intended to kick that somewhere. I'm just not sure where. The home team lead the Eagles by 77. It's not the score he was looking for. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He's been caught holding the footy. Kicked by Shepherd. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Wins the hard ball. A good third quarter. What do you think, Richo?
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
The third quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Only one term to go now.
You can always rest easy knowing that you gave 100%, win or lose.
Interception. Sends the ball inside his attacking 50. Jenkins, a good crummer. Not what he intended with that kick. No good. The home team with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading West Coast 79-1. I would have expected him to nail that. Looks like he's going to go long. Hearn kicking the ball to himself. Sends the Sharon on its way. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. The home team leads by 79. I would have expected him to nail that.
Hearn wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. He lines it up with the goal, lining it up with the goal now. Lynch takes a shot, he gets the behind. So many points now, they're adding up.
He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hearn shown a lot of character with his recent performances. He holds onto it too long and it'll be a free. The ball goes out on the full.
Riewoldt wants to play on. He has shanked that kick. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Sicily goes goalward. It's true. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Lucky we have that goal recorded because it was first rate. The ruckmen steel themselves before the bounce. Natanui thumps it forward. That had some power behind it. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. He holds his breath. Miss for a behind. The home team by 87. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Marked by Shepherd.
Shepherd is really starting to get into the right positions on the ground. Gray decides to play on. He holds onto it too long and it'll be a free. Barras puts his boot on it. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Deft touch from Natanui. Ground control to Major Tom. That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. The home team with the advantage as they lead West Coast 89-1. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Hearn plays on. Stabs the ball. The Rass controls. Great bumped. Shuey sends one up towards the wing. Duggan gets the upper hand.
Duggan doesn't have the strongest marking hands in the league, but he's certainly very, very handy on the lead. Sicily intercepts the bouncing ball. The ball's up. Perfect kick.
I'll put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time. His teammates rush over. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. McAvoy looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. And that ball is out of bounds. It'll be the umpire's ball. Here we go again.
It's disappointing for a team when they have such a dominant ruckman who can direct his hit-outs to teammates, yet his teammates butcher the ball moving forward. West Coast need to start capitalising on his superiority. Lynch kicks it. Betts takes a shot.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. He has space for an easy mark. Shepherd boots it. Marks. The Rass kicks. Vardy has it. Handballs. McGovern bumped. He picked it up off the ground. An easy grab for Theo. He kicks quickly. Strong mark by McAvoy. Heads up the corridor. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Zorko collects it. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack. He really should have made more of that. The home team in front. It's not the score he was looking for. The ball picked up. Betts going for number 2. Off by a matter of centimetres. Would you believe it? Another point. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Marked by Betts, going for goal number 2. He's having a ball. If you'll excuse the pun, the pressure continues to mount with that goal from Betts. Oh, put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time. Quick kick out of the pack by Crouch. Great looking, a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Never looked like going through. The home team beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 105-1. It's not the score he was looking for. Hearn kicks to himself. My goodness, the wee ball has gone so high there'll be snow on that one when it comes down. A desperate kick there. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richo?
If you're going to kick that poorly, you may as well just give the ball straight back to the opposition.
Umpire calls for a boundary throw. Here we go again. McAvoy, leave the pinatas for the kids. Not the most exciting match, no real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between the home team and the Eagles?
The country is full of good coaches, but we shouldn't be blaming the coach for this result. What it takes to win is a bunch of interested players, but I don't think any coach could turn these players around.
And the final result is the home team 105 and the Eagles 1. Well, that's it. I'll let Richo say the goodbyes.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.
Waiting for this, and here we go.
My thoughts before a big game were usually pretty simple. I'd tell myself to stick to your game and you'll win.
Heppel runs past and gets the ball. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Takes the mark all by himself. Danaher to kick on a 30-degree angle, and certainly not the easiest of shots, that's for sure. He had perfect control over the ball right up until the minute he kicked it. It's not the score he was looking for. Reed gets set to kick it back in. Choose to kick it. A great effort. Danaher just gauging which way that wind is blowing. There's a vast chasm between him and the goals ahead. Nice goal from Danaher. That will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome. Leuenberger with the tap. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Riewoldt gets the ball. A great effort.
He slams that on the boot. Bagley marks the ball. Zorko picks it up. That's a very bad kick. Gray mops up the ball. Gray goes for home. The ball's up. Oh, and he's missed.
I would have expected him to nail that. Jenkins can level the scores with this one. Almost, but not quite. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. He has a few options. Saad claims the ball. Stabs the ball. Cochin claims the ball.
Cochin has a lot of passion for this game. You can see it every time he steps onto the field. He's an inspiration to all players around him.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Tap by Leuenberger. Controlled by Crouch. Ambrose gets the tap. The bouncing ball is controlled. Gets boot to leather. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
Saad shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Sending it on its way. Crouch with the mark. He cuts the ball off. He's got the ball out even when being tackled.
Fantasia kicks. And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. We'll get a ball in. Look at the big eaters. They're doing their exercise now as this ball comes into play. McAvoy gets it on the bounce. What was the intention of that kick, Richo?
He just sprayed that one. He should have put more thought into that.
That kick has gone well wide and hit the point post on the full. Free kick. Bill Chambers setting up the play. Sends it out of the defensive 50. Going for goal number 1. O'Mara slots the goal. The home team by 7 points.
O'Meara obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
Crouch pummels him. He picks it up. Danaher is starting to get a lot of the football. Puts boot to ball. Bagley aims for his man on the ground. Going for goal number 1. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? The home team by 8 points. Disappointing kick there. And the mark will be paid. He chooses to play on. Lynch hits the post. The home team by 9. I would have expected him to nail that.
Bell Chambers shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Jenkins goes for home. Straight into the woodwork. I reckon he's a little bit unlucky there. The goals are just too small today.
Disappointing kick there. Lynch nowhere near goal. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Bell Chambers is a pretty decent kick of the footy, but you can always be better. Hooker boots it. Bagley with a strong mark. He gets boot to the ball, lining it up with the goal now. Riewoldt puts his boot on it. And the ball is out of play.
McAvoy hardly provided a challenge. Stunning. When you need someone to stand up and be counted, he's certainly done that. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Here's the bounce. Guided down nicely by Leuenberger. Surely that wasn't the plan, Richo.
He just sprayed that one. He should have put more thought into that.
The ball picked up. Sicily going for number 1. Goes wide for a behind. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Betts taking aim. He's tried to do too much with that kick. The home team by 19. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. A quick break and we're back at it.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Tapped by Leuenberger. Deed slams it on the boot. A mark by McDonald, Tip and Woody. Picture perfect drop punt. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Danaher will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown. Has it got the carry? No good. Fair to say that'll have little impact on the scoreboard. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. McAvoy decides to play on. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Steady hands there as he holds that one.
A nice contested mark. Dixon shoots for goal. And he's missed. Yet another behind.
Disappointing kick there. Nice hands. Betts making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the wind. The home team in front. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. McAvoy wasn't even close to that tap, and he'd be crazy to think that type of effort will win any time soon. The bouncing ball is controlled. It's going. It's like giving a bazooka to Mr. Bean. He's put it out on the full. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. O'Mara will be looking for excuses for that shocker. Bad kick, resulting in a free to Essendon. Hooker gets a less than pretty drop putt away. Jenkins going for number one. Takes that one strongly. He kicks quickly, almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Great looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Jams it on the boot. Nice mark there. Choose to kick it. Leuenberger gets the upper hand.
Leuenberger doesn't have the strongest marking hands in the league, but he's certainly very, very handy on the lead. Gray takes a contested mark. He shanked that. Hooker claims the ball. He gets boot to the ball. A great mark under pressure.
Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies, just get them in flying formation. The 45-degree shot is not too hard, he just has to keep his cool. He runs the ball over the line. The ruckman vying for the better position. Leuenberger with the tap, controlled by Heppel. Boots it. Bagley claims the ball.
Essendon haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard. Tapped. Crouch kicks it.
Ambrose got under it. Ambrose sends one up towards the wing. Zorko wins the marking contest. A favourable bounce. Shanks that one. Is it high enough, long enough, straight enough? Hooker kicks hard along the boundary line. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Scoops up the bouncing ball. He gets the hand pass. Hands like dinner plates. Boots it. The ball bounced favourably for Crouch. Sicily gets the interception on the bounce. All eyes are watching. The home team leads by 31.
They're taking their time and looking for the safe marking option in the forward line. Most of their goal production is coming from set shots, and it's paying off for them.
Sicily gets the interception on the bounce. All eyes are watching. That's 5 in a row for the home team. The home team beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 45-8.
Sicily is pretty handy around goal. He just has that sixth sense of knowing where the goals are at all times.
Nice hands. He decides to play on. Dixon throws the ball. Free kick. Kicks it. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark, minus the peg. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Finally, the third term begins.
The best athletes in the world are those willing to push harder than anyone else and go through more pain than anyone else too.
Gleeson, the better man there, kicks. Great grab. Cochin opts to play on. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. The goal eluding them each time. It's not the score he was looking for.
Their disposal efficiency has been fantastic, but Essendon need to begin taking more gambles if they're going to cause some damage on the scoreboard. Gleeson getting some power behind that one.
Gets boot to leather, stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Heppel puts it on the boot. He misses the mark. Very quiet by his standards. He's like he's on a tightrope at the moment. Look at that fancy footwork. Nice work from Kocha. He plays on. The mark is taken by Bill Chambers. Choose to kick it. It's Edward Scissorhands. Gathered by Betts. Picked up by Sard. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. O'Mara with another possession. Out on the full, Essendon free kick. Hurley kicks it. Betts marks on the run. Off the side of the boot. Terrible kick. A desperate kick there. The ball bounced to the advantage of the opposition. O'Mara has the chance to add one more to his talent. Drifts wide to go through for a behind. He'll be disappointed with that effort. The ball mopped up. Powell Pepper starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the sun. Hurley keeping calm, and he kicks the ball out of the 50.
Rewalt wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. Approaching home now. Rewalt shoots for goal.
Poorly disguised by Bill Chambers. Great opts to play on. Really butchered that kick, didn't he, Richo?
That's just a waste of a kick there. He plays it on.
Sicily, a good crummer. He's tried to do too much with that kick. The home team in front. It's not the score he was looking for. Bill Chambers assesses his options now. He's just trying to find a loose man in the defensive 50. Send the top in, big fella. Nice hands. Inside 50 by Revolt. Out of bounds in the pocket. The umpire will launch it in from the boundary. The umpires with a good throw. Leuenberger really gets onto this one. The loose ball scooped up, and he's heading for home. Great knocks it through for a point. The home team beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 49-8. I would have expected him to nail that. Sicily unloads one towards goal. That's 6 in a row for the home team. The home team with a handy break, leading the Bombers 55-8.
Sicily is pretty handy around goal. He just has that sixth sense of knowing where the goals are at all times.
Kicked by Zorko. Takes the mark all by himself. Jenkins, not wasting time, elects to play on. Revolt gets it on the bounce. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. Hooker kicks the ball out of the 50. Takes it well. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Leuenberger taps. Gets boot to leather. Takes that one strongly. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Lynch will be kicking from, as they would say, downtown. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Revolt pounds it long to his teammates. No one troubling him there. Can you count that as a moral victory? The home team by 9 goals. Bill Chambers waiting for the man to free up. Lynch takes the mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. The home team have scored the last 8 goals. The home team by 10 goals. Leuenberger with the punch. Snicks the ball away in time. Strong mark by Gleeson. Picture perfect drop punt. There's the siren for the final quarter, and play is underway.
It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up.
O'Mara feeds it wide. Drops the ball. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Powell Pepper saying a little prayer. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. The ball goes out of bounds on the full. A spearing kick from Bill Chambers. Steady hands there as he holds that one.
Hooker has some potential, and he'll really be able to unlock that potential if he has some continuous effort. I
would have expected him to nail that. Bill Chambers pounds it long to his teammates. Opportunity for O'Mara. Strong mark. Jams it on the boot now. Cochin gets the interception on the bounce. It's in the air. Cochin gets the goal with an ambitious kick. They increase their lead. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Leuenberger wins the tap. Terrible timing by McAvoy. Rivold picks up the bouncing ball, going for goal number 2. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. Disappointing kick there.
It's time to roll the dice out there and see how the game might open up. Yes, Essendon might get hurt on the rebound, but I think more scoring opportunities will present themselves.
The ball has been bounced. Good fist. He collects the loose ball and will get a ball up. Leuenberger with the punch. Crouch there to mop it up. He lays it on the boot for a giant kick. That play was as high-tech as a campfire. Sicily, praise to the gods of football. That's 10 in a row for the home team. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy without a touch, the clearance by Leuenberger. He gives the ball a mighty roost. Stringer just gauging which way that wind is blowing. 35 metres out, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Plenty of time left on the clock, but it will be an uphill battle to close that margin. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Leuenberger puts his boot on it. He gets the upper hand. He lines it up with the goal. Viney with good strong hands. Collier has him for holding the ball. Collier getting into position for the kick. Let's hope he's got his kicking boot on. He's missed the goal. Another behind for the Bombers.
Disappointing kick there. Nice mark there. Choose to kick it. He wins the contest. Well, it could be worse, I suppose, Richo.
He might as well have just dropped the ball on the ground, Dennis.
Ambrose takes advantage. He gets tackled as he hands it off. Hits the running man. He's racking up possessions. Works it across the ground. So well timed. Hipple feeds it wide. Danaher takes it well. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. He gathers the loose ball. I think it was intended for Ambrose. He couldn't hang on. The ball bounced favourably for Betts. Has it got the carry? He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the boot. He's kicked that straight into the confectionery stand out on the full. Has he? Yes, he's paid it.
Sard is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. McAvoy takes a shot. Lead.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Bill Chambers will get the free for throwing. Boots it. Great mark under pressure. Goddard with a daisy cutter. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. It's been intercepted by the opposition. Jenkins running in, about to kick. The home team bite. Disappointing kick there.
Well, fortune favours the brave. It's time the Bombers stopped playing safe with their possession and took the game on.
The Ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Punch by Bill Chambers. Dishes it off by hand. He controls the bouncing ball. Smothered. Kicks it. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Slams it on the boot. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Not the most exciting match, no real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Final scores are 96-10.